Is there a way back from banishment? If someone wanted, could they go back and do penance or something and be allowed back? So, absolutely. The Amish religion is a Christian religion, and therefore it believes in forgiveness. And if you apologize, basically you have to repent and say that you are sorry for whatever you've done. You have to say this in front of all the members of the church, and then you will ask the Lord for forgiveness, and you will also promise the Lord and the church that you will do better in the future, and then you will be unshunned. But this will be done after your set amount of shunning weeks. It's always in increments of 2. It's never 1 week or 3 weeks. It's always 2, 4, 6, 8, because you can only be shunned or unshunned at a church service, at the end of a church service. And they have churches every 2 weeks. They have an in-between Sunday, so it's never 1 week or 3 weeks. It's always in increments of 2, because, like I said, you can't go to a different church to become unshunned. You have to become unshunned in the same church where you are, where you were shunned in, so therefore it will always be increments of 2. So if you repent, like when I left the Amish, the bishop and the preacher came to me and they were like, if you come back before Sunday, we will not shun you. And I said, well, what about my haircut? I have short hair. What are you going to do about that? I'm automatically going to be shunned for that. And they were like, well, yes, you will be shunned for that, but we'd wait until the hair would grow back. Otherwise, we're going to shun you on Sunday. And I said, that's fine. Just shun me on Sunday, and because I wasn't ready to go back yet. One of my main goals was to get a car and a driver's license, and I wanted that freedom of driving. And I loved it. When I first got my driver's license, that whole next week, I spent every night after work out until after dark, just driving around, wasting gas, and cruising around, going to town, going to a restaurant. And then I wrecked the car like 2 months later, and that was a big letdown. And then I got my second car, and I wrecked that one 16 days after the first one. So maybe I should have went back, but I didn't. And I've always just enjoyed this lifestyle, but I also read a lot of books, and I knew a lot of what to expect when I left the Amish, and that was kind of what drove me to want to leave, was learning about all the things that English people can do that I couldn't do, So yes, you can be unshunned, but I've never actually heard of them kicking somebody out of the community. They will usually just shun you until you repent. And hopefully that helps. I had to apologize to the guy whose clothesline I drove through before I got unshunned for drinking.